What is up, everyone? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to my village of Nintendo Switch and gaming news, Ninja. Today we've got a bunch of great information for you, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So, Dragon Quest X will launch on the Nintendo Switch in Japan this fall. The Nintendo Switch version of Dragon Quest X, the massively multiplayer online Dragon Quest game, will launch in Japan this fall, Square Enix has announced. Users who own the Wii version of the game, which will end service with the version 3 update of this game, will get a free upgrade to the Nintendo Switch version of it. The PlayStation 4 version of Dragon Quest X was previously announced for a summer release in Japan. Dragon Quest X is currently available for the Nintendo Wii, Wii U, and PC, as well as 3DS and smartphones via cloud streaming. You can check out a brand new trailer. It was revealed at the Nintendo Direct presentation. And this is actually good news. We didn't know exactly when in Japan Dragon Quest X would be coming to the Nintendo Switch, but it does seem like it's going to be coming this fall, with the PlayStation 4 versions coming in the summertime. So we'll see what happens there. And the fact that Wii owners get a free upgrade is actually really cool. So since it's coming out in the fall in Japan, who knows if this will actually even get localized at all. It seems like Dragon Quest XI will be more of the sure bet, and Dragon Quest X will just be a Japanese title at this point. So we'll see what happens in the future, but it's good for Japanese Wii owners who are playing this game that get a free upgrade to the Nintendo Switch version of it. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Shinobi Breathless Senran Kagura has been announced for the Nintendo Switch, and yes, full with HD Rumble. So Marvelous announced Shinobi Breathless Senran Kagura for the Nintendo Switch during the recent Japanese Nintendo Direct presentation, and it will support HD Rumble and launch exclusively via the Nintendo eShop in Japan in 2017. Now, I'm not going to be playing the full trailer here because Nintendo's probably going to copyright it from Nintendo of Japan, but I'm pretty sure you can get from these images here what they're trying to go for with this title. Now, for those who do not know, the Senran Kagura franchise is really more of like a massively like beat 'em up type of style game, the Dynasty Warriors and all of that, but it uses a lot of scantily clad women and you're just beating up a bunch of people. I mean, this game obviously has a cult following. There are people who always buy the titles, and I've only played one of them, I think on like the 3DS, and it was okay, nothing special, but this game is definitely going to take things up just a bit with the HD Rumble included, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to sell based on that in Japan. It seems like they're going to have some interesting ideas for this title, so look out for it in 2017. Remember, the Nintendo Switch is region free, so if you want to play this game, you can definitely play it in Japanese. Or what you can do is you can wait to see if there will be a Western launch for it. The other Senran Kagura games usually make it over to the West, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one came over as well. Alright, I'm moving on to the next article here. Another big surprise, another Japanese game being confirmed for the Nintendo Switch. So Knights of Azure 2 will be coming to the Nintendo Switch. Gus Action RPG joins the Nintendo Switch lineup. So Knights of Azure 2 Bride of the New Moon will launch for the Nintendo Switch in addition to the PlayStation 4 and PS Vita in Japan in 2017. Koei Tecmo announced this during Nintendo's recent Japanese Nintendo Direct presentation. Knights of Azure 2 is actually looking pretty good. I played the first Knights of Azure on the PS4. I thought it was an okay game. There's some interesting mechanics to it, and if they can shore up some of those things, I think Knights of Azure 2 can be a really good game. So it's pretty much going in line with what I was saying beforehand, that a lot of Japanese developers, especially with all of these games here, we're going to be supporting the Nintendo Switch, unlike them not supporting the Wii U, because we really didn't see a lot of games from Square Enix, Marvelous, Koei Tecmo, and all of them on the Nintendo Wii U. We saw a lot of 3DS support, but not a lot of Wii U support, so you're kind of seeing these developers saying, yeah, you know what, games that were on PS4, or games that usually only came to certain consoles, they're going to be coming to Nintendo Switch because it's basically a 2-in-1, and it's kind of all laying down exactly like how I thought it would as far as the Japanese support for this system, and I'm actually really excited because I think that's what Nintendo needed from the Wii U to the Nintendo Switch, was getting more Japanese style games and getting that third-party support, at least in Japan minimum. They need to make sure that they get Japanese support, and that's exactly what they're doing here. I'm looking forward to Knights of Azure 2 as I enjoyed the first game on the PS4, so I think it will be a fun game for Nintendo Switch owners to pick up and help the system do well in Japan and of course worldwide with their other first-party titles that are coming out like ARMS and Splatoon 2. Alright, and moving on to the last article here, it does seem like the Nintendo Direct gameplay of ARMS actually revealed 4 new characters in the game. So Nintendo revealed several features from their upcoming Nintendo Switch Fighter during last night's presentation. However, it seems they accidentally revealed a bit more than intended. So eagle-eyed viewers did notice that when Nintendo showed off some of the ARMS menus could partially be seen. Now, GameXplain actually did a video on this, and it was a NeoGAF user who first spotted them. While we don't really get a good look at any of the fighters, it's good to know that there are more fighters coming in the game. And I actually said this during the presentation where people were like, oh, well, only one character? Nintendo has not announced everything with ARMS. People really need to stop getting into this thing that, okay, well, whatever Nintendo shows, that means it's it. People were saying there's only 4 or 5 fighters from what they've shown with the Ribbon Girl and all that. No, there's more. And then people were saying, oh, well, there's not this. Okay, well, no, there's 2 on 2. So they haven't showed off everything in Splatoon in ARMS, okay? It's going to be a gradual kind of feed until the game actually launches, and then once we get it, then we'll know. There's so much stuff in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild that we didn't know beforehand. There's so many different things that they didn't tell us. So expect, maybe not to that level, but expect a lot of stuff that we don't know going into the release of those games. Nintendo always does this. Nintendo seriously always does this with pretty much most of their games, like with the exception of like Smash Brothers. That's probably the only game where they really talked about everything leading into the actual launch of the game and the whole big Smash Brothers Direct. But expect more news and more PR later down the line, closer to launch, and them releasing new trailers and then releasing new stuff on the different fighters in the game, and potentially even DLC for extra fighters going forward. Alright guys, but that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Let me know you guys want more content that's going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you Ninja for the next video. Peace.